morning once again. My name is Adrian and this is the U-Turn in History. Today we are going back to some time back. I think that was in this century we have surpassed. We are going back to northern Uganda, where there was Joseph Kony, who did all the atrocities he did. I don't know on what intentions, but I think they could have been religious, because his army was the Lord.
I don't say religious. It was Lord Resistance Army committing atrocities like having to kill people. I wonder whether killing people is a religious thing. Senator Adrian, I mean Charleston.
some people killing is religious. I've seen people.
So he killed the people. He cut people's lips in the name of Lord's Resistance Army. I wonder where hell this Kony brought this name, and as to whether he met the Almighty to have to give a name of his rebellious, very barbaric, very destructive rebellion, Lord's Resistance Army. Such a name really is unbecoming, and I think it's a mocking to God, it's a mocking to Christianity.
Now, I don't know whether he was doing this against the regime or against the people, but whatever he did, whether against the regime or against the people, it hurt the people.
What he was doing as Lord Resistance Army Commander, he was doing this against the regime because he felt that people in the northern part of Uganda were marginalized, were left in poverty, they were, not probably being favored by the regime, by giving them positions of leadership. He thought they were denied favors. So he did this in the name of attracting so many Ugandans in the part of northern Uganda to join him in war against this government so that he could get it out of power. Unfortunately, this Joseph Kony became, a pig that can eat its own children, or rather its own piglets, when it's hungry.
I think it has reminded me of a certain president of Nicaragua who was coming here in 1986. He just did the same thing. He just came out with the same style. Only that this one, Kony of Uganda, his was not successful, but the other one of the president of Nicaragua was successful.
We should look at Kony as something we should never have had. We should look at Kony and believe probably God should have blessed his mother with some other child. But God is great, and for us in Islam we say from God everything good or bad come. Now with Kony, you should remember he's a kind of person that if you spoke of him, certain people may develop gospels, others may take a run, others may think he's on the doorway, others may think he's just near. It is Kony whose men would invade villages in northern Uganda, force family members to kill members of their own, cook them and eat them. So this is the kind of man we're talking about, and this is a kind of man who would make any person that is sane to really say no to wars.
Well, what do we learn from that very atrocity?
What we learn from these atrocities is one, that wars are not a good thing. As much as certain wars are very positive, that they help in liberation. Yes, there was that help in the liberation of the nationals of the country. If there weren't wars against, for example, European colonization in Africa, in Asia, or South Latin America, probably it would have taken ages for these colonies or areas to be, decolonized, but it was out of the struggle. Now, wars that are brought in place with evil objectives like that of Joseph Kony. I pray that they should never come. I pray that nobody should think or ever think of getting involved or forming one against the government. That was the U-turn in history. I've just learned that some was a good, some was, I don't know how Revelation was start, and some other was that a bad start. Anyway, that has been the U-turn in history. My name is Adrian. I've been with Paddy dissecting what happened in northern Uganda. That has been it for today. Continue subscribing. Bye-bye.